Good afternoon, everybody. How are you guys doing? I hear that you guys have a day off tomorrow. Is that true? I have a day off tomorrow too. I'm excited. All right. Well, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you was about dreaming big. Cesar Chavez had a big dream to help out a lot of the people, a lot of the migrant community. And when I was your age, probably closer to the kindergartners, I had a big dream too. My big dream was to be Superman. I remember waking up early on Saturday mornings in my pajamas and jumping from couch to couch pretending to be Superman because I would watch it on TV. And then my grandma, mi abuelita, would get mad at me and she'd start chasing me with a chancla, telling me to get down. So then I started thinking, she told me, you can't do that, you can't jump around from couch to couch. And I started to think, okay, well maybe I can't fly, but why do I want to be like Superman? And he told me that I started thinking, well, Superman is a leader, so I wanted to be a leader, and Superman helped people. So I remember going to my classes and I wanted to be the line leader or the door holder. And then eventually I realized, well, what's a leader in our country? The President of the United States. So then I started to think, I want to be president. And I remember being in 4th grade, my teacher, Mrs. Ramirez, she told us, tomorrow we're going to learn what it takes to be president of the United States. And I was excited. So she started writing on the board, you have to be 35 years old. And I was like, I'm going to get old one day. And then you have to put 14, you have to be 14 years in the country. And that was the plan. And then she wrote, you have to be a natural born citizen of the United States. That means that you had to have been born in the US. And that made me really sad. Then she wrote on the board, the unofficial requirements, you should go to college. And she asked the class just like this. She said, who's going to go to college? And I stood up and I said, I'm not. And she asked me why. And I told her, because I'm undocumented. I'm illegal. And she pulled me aside. And she told me, Salvador, why do you want to be president? And I told her, because I want to make a difference in my community. And she said, like who? And I said, like Martin Luther King. And she said, well, he wasn't president. And then she told me, and then I told her, well, like Cesar Chavez. And she told me, well, he wasn't president either. And that's when I realized that I didn't want to be a victim of the law. I wanted to be able to read it and to protect people and to help them. So then I started getting involved in student council. Do you guys have student council at your school? Yeah? I recommend you get involved in that. So that's what I did. And in middle school, when I was an 8th grader, I actually wrote in my yearbook, I want to be a lawyer. So then I went out to high school, all right? And I went to North High, and I enjoyed my time there. But unfortunately, this was at a time where people like me, people that were undocumented, people that didn't have legal status, it was really hard for them to go to college. So a lot of my friends started telling me, why do you even try? Why do you go to school? Why do you do good? Why do you try to do good in school? And I told them, because I want to go to college. And they said, well, it can't happen for you. You should give up. Don't do well in school. But then I started to think of the words that he used to say. Cesar Chavez, what did he used to say to the people to get them excited? Si se puede. And I started telling myself that every day. Si se puede. And although my dad, he worked construction, he had no work because the economy had gone down. There were no jobs. I didn't know how I was going to go to college, but I knew in my heart that I was going to do it. So I got involved in programs. For you that are in middle school and are going to be going to high school soon, get involved in these programs. They help you prepare to go to college. And if you think it's impossible, believe me, it's not. I stayed involved in student council, and when I got to high school, I ended up being president of the school. And I remember graduating and having my diploma in my hand and not knowing where I was going to go because I didn't have enough money. But thank thankfully for teachers and for mentors, I got a full ride to go to ASU. And I did go to college. It didn't matter that I wasn't born here. It didn't matter that my parents didn't have any money. When you try hard and you believe in yourself, you can accomplish great things. After I graduated, I got 2 degrees. I got one in political science and one in transborder Chicano Latino studies. I know that sounds complicated, but it basically means learning a lot about him and people just like him. So when I graduated, I decided to give back to my community. I went to go work for one of those nonprofit programs, the programs that I told you that help you go to college. I went to go help them, to talk to students just like you, to tell you that you can do it if I can do it. And then you know what they told me? You're telling us to follow our dreams, why haven't you followed yours? What was my dream in middle school? To become a lawyer, right? And I had given up on that dream until they told me to do it. And thankfully, a year ago, I graduated from the law school at Arizona State University. And at my graduation ceremony, they actually asked me to speak to everyone that was graduating, just like this. And I told them, when I become an attorney, I want to be an immigration attorney. Because I know a lot of people that need a lot of help. I think back to my family, to my parents, to my tias and tios, to just my neighbors, to me, because I'm not a citizen. I'm still an immigrant. I still feel targeted. There's a lot of people out there that still tell me I'm not going to succeed. But as of about a month ago, I'm working at an immigration law firm. We also do civil rights because we want to protect people. We do criminal defense because we know that sometimes people are in the wrong place at the wrong time and they need help. So what I guess I'm trying to tell all of you is that some of you have really big dreams. And unfortunately, as you get older, a lot of friends start telling you to give up on them. They told you that you're not going to be a doctor, that you're not going to be a teacher, that you're not going to go to college, that you're not going to become an attorney, that you're not going to become president. And I want you to tell them the same thing that Cesar Chavez used to tell all his people. Sí se puede. Thank you, everybody.